Hey, what is going on guys? This is Tharshey and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we have a 3 vs 2 Siege of Taruk in Total War Attila. So if you guys do enjoy this video, then please do drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on post notifications. Anyways, let's get straight into it. So to start this off, you can see that this is a commentated replay instead of a live, and I know I haven't posted a live in a bit, and this was actually meant to be a live replay, guys. The problem was this match, as you can see by the game time, it's a 30-minute match. But the original recording was an hour in length because the match was running really slow. So I don't want you guys to have to sit through that. So instead, I'm just going to, make this a commentated replay instead. That being said, I will try and get some live replays out there for you guys. But yeah, also, instead of doing the usual throw the rules on screen, throw the armies and players on screen, I'm just going to go through it all verbally quickly while the match starts out. And you guys let me know if you prefer it this way or if you prefer it with me, throwing each army on screen with the army composition as well as throwing the rules on screen, because I can do that as well. So yeah, for now, let's just hit play and let this unfold. So in terms of the players, so we have myself over here. I am commanding the Tanukhids. Then next to me, one of my allies is the Lakhmids, commanded by Apex JD. And the final attacker is Alucard 97 gold. He's all the way on the side and he's playing the Sassanid Empire. Now this is actually a 3v3. I think I said 3v2 in the intro, which if I did, I apologize for that. This is a 3v3 battle. So this town is, as you can see, there's no towers, there's no walls. This is not a fortified settlement. It's instead a unfortified town assault. But yeah, on the defense, we have 3 players. So this is the Roman Expedition player. That is Daniel Appendix 7. Then over here, we have the Eastern Roman player. That is that Weasel. And then we have Western Rome as well. And that is a King of Old. So a King of Old commanding Western Rome, Danilo commanding Roman Expedition, and that Weasel commanding the Eastern Roman Empire. Now, as you can see on the side, we are moving up some of our troops. So what I'm doing here is I am marching up some Kushite Shotalai, and I do have them in shield wall. That's because they gain bonus missile block chance in shield wall, as well as bonus attack against infantry, etc. If we have a look, you can see that I'm going to place them here. So I'm just going to get them over there so that if these units do use their throwables, I will block most of it. Plus, there's obviously enemy archers and stuff as well over there. Now over here, they initially only had a defense over here. They didn't have anything else like over on this side, but we didn't push up too early, which maybe we should have pushed up a lot earlier here. Got our infantry set up there, got our archers here, which would have given us a nice shot into this, main square area of the defense. But we didn't do that, so by the time we do that, they actually do decide to push forward. But yeah, I'm pushing over my 2 units of infantry, my 2 Kushite Shotalai over here. Both of them are advancing in shield wall formation. My archers here shooting is actually just a mistake. They were on fire at wall, but I turned them off. Yeah, there we go. I've turned them off fire at wall now, so they shouldn't shoot anymore. My ally over here is also moving up. He's Kushite Shotalai, so his army is 6 units of Kushites. He does have, yeah, he's got 6 units of Sana as well, which is a much better offensive infantry units over here. And they look pretty cool, but yeah. And for his archers, he's obviously got the Kurdish archers, which are really, really nice. I've got 3 units of elite Nubian archers, but I also, yeah, there we go. I also brought one of these guys, the Badia skirmishers. So I brought a unit of skirmishers, and I know people are like, but skirmishers, you're never going to be able to use it. It's not going to work out. Trust me, when you see the kills these guys pick up, you'll be like, okay, why didn't you bring 4 skirmishers? Why did you bring archers? They were horrible. But the thing is, you always do need a mix of stuff, You need archers to fight those skirmish fights. You need crossbows to do that direct damage. You need skirmishers, or you can bring skirmishers, to do that absolutely insane upfront damage, if you're able to actually use them successfully. Now over here, I do have my Kushite Chotalai. They again are in shield wall formation. The units of Eastern Armored Legio here have gone into Testudo, and the unit of Cornish Seniors have moved up to attack. And there we go, we're marching forward. There we go. Kushites are engaged now with the Eastern Armored Legio, and I have my pikes, the Tanukhid pikes. They're also going to push up and support this fight. There is supporting fire coming here from the Armored Sagittari. This is both from Eastern Rome, getting up some nice shots over here, trying to kill my pikes. Luckily, these pikes do have a very nice missile block chance thanks to these big shields that they each carry. Plus, they also have the Kushite Shotalai protecting them. I moved up my archers as well. As you can see, Elite Nubian archers moved up here, all 3 of them, trying to get angles to fire on this. The thing is, this unit does keep going hidden, so I am, suffering a little bit while trying to do that. Plus, they are Armored Sagittari. Armored Sagittari are pretty hard to deal with just because of the amount of armor that they have. I am using heavy shot though, and I am popping precision shot as well for the bonus damage so that I can try and kill them much quicker. Now over on the side with the Sassanid player, he's just having a stalemate kind of shootout with the enemy player. So he does have basically the best archers in the game, the Royal Persian archers, and he's shooting over at the Armored Sagittari. So Armored Sagittari, a bit of a better matchup than, like barbarian archers like Elite Germanics. Elite Germanics would be getting absolutely shredded. Thankfully, Armored Sagittari from the Roman expedition, they do have armor, so they are going to be able to tank a decent amount of archer fire before actually starting to lose men. But yeah, he's definitely not going to be able to win the skirmish fight, not against Royal Persian archers. But yeah, while they're doing that, the infantry is just going to sit back. As you can see, he's just got all his archers firing at the enemy archers. His infantry just on the front lines just to take any shots possible. The defense on this side is pretty solid. Antisignani, Buchalari Guard, Axemen, and as with any Roman defense, all their units are in formation. Roman units have a ton of formations. They have mobile testudo, attacking testudo, defensive testudo. They have shield wall, some of them. So yeah, it's crazy. So they've all just got layers and layers of defense. Now over on this side, we did break through over here. So this was just the Kushites and the Pikes grinding through. But yeah, with this unit breaking, the Islam and Legio, I'm going to flank around with this Kushite Chotalai. They only have 42 kills currently, and this unit is at 70 men, but now they're going to absolutely drop, and the unit is going to break in seconds. So this guy going up in kills. There we go, look at that. 57, 58 men left, and the Eastern Armored Legio breaks. It's not shattered yet, but it is going to shatter as the men keep on running it down. Unit is down to 30 men over there. This unit did return, and they were able to get, a couple kills off, but then I did notice that, and now I am trying to, I'm telling my pikes and my infantry to kill them. Luckily, it's a very depleted unit, so it's not going to last too long. In fact, the archer fire will do more damage. They are down to about half ammo, but they do have 70 kills. Which is, it's not terrible. If they end up with 150 kills overall, that's not the worst. Over here, we are moving up now with the Kushite Chotalai. So here, they have a triple set, okay? They have pikes, so they have a unit of Eastern Roman Empire pikes, and then Alautoi. They have like a unit of, 2 units of Ponortis and yours, and a unit of Eastern Auxilia Palatina. But guys, this is Rome 2. This is Attila, sorry. And unlike Rome 2, you can kill pikes frontally with just infantry, okay? You are going to take losses, but over here, look at this. So, yeah, some of the units get stopped by the pikes, but a decent amount filter through. Look at that. Now, these units that filter through would do so much of damage to the pikes, because pikes have absolutely horrible melee stats, They get all their damage from keeping the opponent at bay and doing damage to them, without them actually engaging up close and personal like this. Luckily though, the spears that are stacked over there will end up being the ones fighting the infantry that has pushed through over here, like push past the pikes, so the pikes themselves won't take damage. Now the thing is, the reason for that, or the reason that they ran past the pikes so easily, is because the pikes are spread out in such a long line. So if the thicker the pike line, so if you had this like 4 layers thick or 5 layers thick for the pikes, it would be a lot harder for the infantry to do this. But with them spread out like that, you're going to be able to push your infantry in like this a lot easier. And now I'm also going to push my infantry in as well, and they're going to start doing the same thing. Unfortunately though, the spears are on the front line, the pikes are safely behind. So any infantry fighting on the front are going to be fighting their spears instead. But yeah, we can zoom out over here, just have a look over here. Archers still firing, and my archers are just basically trying to deal with all the enemy archers. The Armored Sagittari there, more Armored Sagittari on that side. Now over here, we have moved up the Kushite Chotalai. So we moved them up in shield wall. They lost about 40 men, but they have drained all the throwables from these units, and we're going to charge in soon enough, I think. Or we should charge in anyway. Over on this side as well, moving up more Kushites, so we're moving up a lot of troops on this side, and all these Kushites are going to be here to take over the front line. And then we do have some Tanukhid ambushes. Where are they? Where are my ambushes actually? We have some over there, but we should have more. Is that it? No. Okay, yeah, but we have Kushite ambushes. They're gonna, some Tanukid ambushes, they're gonna push up and cycle charge to deal all the damage. Over here, my pikes are dead though, basically. Only 30 kills, unfortunately, but they got focused down by the enemy archers. Now, over on this side, the reason I haven't shown you it is because nothing is happening right now, okay? It's just Elite Immortals having a staring contest with the Antisignani. Same thing over here. Though they may push in at some point, but yeah, still, Elite Immortals, Dynamite Warriors, more Elite Immortals, all of them just staring off with all these anti-Signani over here. It's just been a skirmish fight up until this point. But we'll come back there when more stuff starts to unfold. Over on this side though, we have, there we go, Tanukhids and Ambushes are charging in. And they're already picking up some decent kills, up to 16 kills on that charge. Over here, we have another unit of Tanukhids and Ambushes, up to 23 kills. So yeah, the Kushite Chodalai, you know, the armored guys with the big shields, they're holding the front line, they're fighting, they're staying in prolonged melee. The ambushes, the guys with the little shields and the short swords, they are going to be charging in and out, because they have an amazing charge bonus. Over here you have some Herculani Senors, they are throwing their little darts. So they're throwing their darts, I don't know if that was the best angle, but yeah, the unit is breaking. So unit of Legio Comitensis is breaking, they're sending another unit to the side to try and take over that front. Luckily they got that over there in time, and they are also sending up their Feudorati from the Roman expedition to help out on the front. My Tanukhids Ambushers charging back in, and look at them just picking up kills, up to 60 kills already on this front line. And look at how beautiful these units look actually. The red of the Romans against the more desert colors, you know, from my Tanukhids. Brilliant fight going on over there. And yeah, look at the bodies. Oh my god. And there we go. My skirmishers are up. So they did get shot at, right? They took a decent amount of damage from the archers, and the archers are still shooting at my skirmishers. So I'm going to move them into loose formation over here. But yeah, there we go. Move them into loose formation so they take far less damage from the archer fire. Right now they have 50 kills only. Now let's just watch them throw. So they're throwing point blank into the spears and into the pikes. And they're going to show just how much they are worth, okay? Like, yes, skirmishers have very low range, you know, because they're throwing jabbies. But it's fine. They have amazing damage. Look at this. Look at this angle. Look at these spears they're throwing, or these jabbies they're throwing. And then you also have the archer fire coming in as well from the Kurdish archers from my Lakhmid ally. Look at that. Just keep on throwing skirmishers. Do as much damage as you can. You can just see them losing men. Spears dying. Pikes are also dropping men as well. In fact, I think the pikes are getting close to... Okay, the pikes are going to start wavering soon. They're down to 60 men. My skirmishers are up to 150 kills. So they've already picked up 100 kills so far from just throwing over here. This is point blank skirmishing. Shooting them point blank in the face with big jabbies. And there's nothing the Romans can do here unless they choose to abandon their defensive line and actually charge forward. I mean, they do have skirmishers over here. I mean, they are archers, but they're busy trying to deal with my own archers and shoot my other unit of pikes. Again, I don't mind. Keep shooting my pikes. My skirmishers are in loose formation. Let me pick up some more kills. Look at that. Nearly 200 kills over here. Archers still shooting over there. Over on this side, it's just a grind fest. The Kushite Shoshilai holding the front line. The Tanukhids ambushes charging in to deal all the damage. Same thing on this side. Oh, actually wait. Look at them. In the middle of a battle, and they're just having a stare-off or staring competition. Oh, no. The Herculanis were like, yeah, no, we're not dealing with that. Pulling back. The other units pushing up to take their place. These two units are just looking at each other. Okay, I did finally tell them to attack. I don't know why the unit did that. That was awkward as hell. And now we have the ambushes charging in as well to deal some nice damage. But yeah, while we look over there, over on the side, yeah, there we go, look at this. One unit of Kushite have broken, they are running away. Other units still there, ambush is still charging in. Beautiful charge over there. The Romans do have their, yeah, this, I think it's the Feudorati units? Or is it the Legio Comitensis? It's one of them. They have their throwables out. Look like they were trying to get some throws off. But if, oh, look at that. Archer fire coming in. These are from the crossbows from Western Rome. Brought 3 units of Ballistari. My skirmishers are out of ammo now, but they did finish with over 200 kills. 220 kills on that unit, not bad at all. My archers are still back here shooting. My pikes have been depleted, they're down to 105 men before even seeing combat, just from the enemy archer fire. Up on this side, we finally, yeah, there we go, finally had their troops pushing in. These are elite immortals supported by Sogdian warriors going up against the anti-Signani in defense. Though there are some Bukalari God axemen. Bukalari God are amazing, and they're going to help hold this front line for quite a while. Same thing happening on this side, anti-Signani information, more anti-Signani. Facing off against elite immortals, and I think, yeah, some Dynamite warriors. And they do have some Bukalari God here ready to support. One unit is actually committed, but the other two are still sitting back in formation. That's the thing, fighting Rome is very hard, especially with your skirmishes, because all their units have such good missile block chance when in formation. Over here now we had a massive break, okay, so they broke on this side, I charged around, just like I did over here, when they broke and I charged around, back at the starting fight. When they broke, I charged my units around. Same thing happened here, the units over here broke, I charged my units around, caught the guys out here, and yeah, all these units, as you can see, are retreating. These ones haven't shattered, they are broken, but they may return, but still, they're only down to 30 men. The other unit as well has shattered. My cav is injured, that's because I did charge the armored camel warriors into this unit, and yeah, it wasn't worth it because they had enough support, and trying to build them out cost quite a lot. And I had no infantry at the time. This was before my infantry actually moved up there, so that was a bit early on in the battle. But yeah, now we have the ambushes up here. If we have a look, you can see 272 kills on one unit, 250 on that unit, and 170 on that unit. So they're doing pretty well. And then we have the Kushites, moving them up as well to take over this front line. Once again, we're going to have a look. Oh no, there we go. These guys are fighting. Other units should move up into combat soon enough, and then we will start our cycle charges. The crossbows are here. I think they're just having a problem shooting, or the player is not 100% sure what he wants to shoot at. Either of them, you know, which is a fair argument. There we go, pikes in the front line over here. So we have my Tanukid pikes, 13 kills only so far. Then we have Kushite Chotalai from my ally. Take 3 units of them actually fighting on this front line, trying to grind through these units. So even though there's no pikes, this is still going to take a while. There's Konoti Seniors, more Konoti Seniors. There's like 3 units of Spears. Spears will hold the line for quite a while and do some decent damage. And then there's also some Legio Comitensis behind, as well as some backup, Eastern Auxilia Palatine. It's a depleted unit, but it can still do something. And over on this side, there's 2 units of Swordem, 2 units of Eastern Armored Legio, ready to help out if needed. My archers are being shifted around. Yep, moving them all around over here, trying to get them here so that I can maybe get some shots on the crossbows. Now over on this side, as you can see, we are pushing through this side. The archers have a really good angle. Royal Persian archers shooting into the side of all these Bukalari God. And yeah, the Bukalari God are down to 50 men. They are wavering and they are going to break pretty soon. Sogdian warriors charging in. That's probably going to be enough to break and kill more of the unit and break it. Yeah, they're down to just nearly 30 men. Now over on this flank, they are holding a bit better. Units are still in formation, holding pretty well against these attacking Immortals and Sogdians. But yeah, there we go. They're sending a unit of Bukalari God axes. Pretty full unit, pretty healthy unit. And this is to try and stop them getting outflanked. So meeting the charge of the Sogdians. Red against purple. Look at that. Obviously, they are being supported by elite Immortals. Now remember, the Sassanid player also has an Elephant. Elephant hasn't seen any melee combat yet, so it's fully healthy. It's gotten a few kills just from its bows, but yeah. Those elephants can come and do a ton of damage if used correctly. Now in the actual battle, guys, so I was, I told the player when to do it. Yeah, he was just trying to, see if he could maybe get some use out of it. But then I think, these guys were coming out of formation, moving down, getting ready to throw. Oh wait, is he going to go for a charge here? Yes, he's going to go for a charge. No, pull them through. Come on. There we go, Elephant's picking up some kills on that unit. Up to 30. Now, I think he's going to pull back because, yeah, the Bukalari God are not in formation, which means they're probably ready to throw a horrible, devastating volley of axes, which would destroy the elephants. Instead, he's going to go here. Look at this. Beautiful charge coming. once the elephants decide to charge, getting ready to charge into the back of this Bukalari guard axeman over here and break this defense. Open up the side, open up the flank for his other troops. Absolutely smashing through. And he's not going to stay in there too long. He's going to keep moving. He's going to move into the other units of Bukalari guard and just absolutely wreck them. Just look at that. Elephants running in, doing so much of damage. And this is already devastating the defense for the attackers. That archer fire coming kind of close though. Defenders are trying to use some fire ammo on their archers, trying to do some damage to the elephants. The attackers should pull them out. I'm pretty sure I told him, just pull them out now. They've done their damage. Pull them out. Either pull them this way or pull them back this way, because they haven't actually sent up any new units. So you can use these elephants to absolutely crush those Bukalari guard. If we have a look at their kills, up to 250 kills from 30. So that is 250 kills that they picked up in the matter of seconds. Now, are they going to go for the charge into the back of the Bukalari guard here? I would assume so. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Oh my god. Imagine being a soldier here and just having massive war elephants charging into your backlines and absolutely crushing you. And then you have Cav over here as well. This is the Gavin Aspar. Very heavy shot Cav from the Sassanid Empire. Just absolutely demolishing these units. We go back, we can see, yep, Antisignani broke, the other unit shattered. We have a look at the kills. The elephants are now up to 340 kills. So very good use of the elephants by the player. You know, I'm not going to say too much about that. Obviously, he had to do it all. All I could do was tell him when and what to use it on. But he had to actually carry it out. So good damage there. My pikes here are down to 50 men. They do have about 66 kills, you know, so they are doing okay. A lot of infantry from my ally pushing up here. A lot of Kushai Chotalai. Are these all? Okay, I know some Sana Eye as well pushing up. Now this is a beautiful angle from the defenders. They got the Eastern Armored Legio here, and they're out of formation and they're throwing Chavis into the side of these men. They're also throwing into the side of their own Eastern Armored Legio unit there, but, you know, still they picked up about 50 kills with just throwables, which is pretty nice. This unit as well picking up another 50 kills with just their throwables, doing some great damage. Now over on my side, yeah, look at this. So I have my archers currently, I had them shooting at this gen for a while with fire ammo. The player hadn't noticed it, and so I just tried to, you know, get some damage in and whittle away at the unit's HP, but obviously my archers were basically out of ammo. They were all firing with like that amount of ammo, which is like one volley. I am firing a volley of whistling shot, and that's because I just want to break these units that are currently wavering. There we go, both units shattered. So that's those two units running away. Okay, now it's yours with 30 men. And that is me out of ammo. Yep, that's me out of ammo. Over on the front line though, I have Kushai Chotalai holding, and then I am cycle charging with my ambushes. They're up to 350 kills over here. So ambush is doing a great job. Look at that. Pulling them out, getting ready to charge them in. Magister Militum has moved up. The general, I think he's just here for the morale buffs. Charge coming in from the ambushes. Look at that. Charging straight into the Roman line. Doing some good damage on each charge as well to those Romans. If we have a look at the kills, we can see from 350, yeah, they picked up like another 22 kills just on that charge. General has pulled back a bit, probably afraid of nothing. Actually, I have no ammo there. There's nothing to be afraid of there. But this middle part is the most concerning. There's a ton of infantry. Just look at this grinding fight. Okay, look at all these bodies. This is literally just a carpet of dead Roman soldiers and dead Lakhmids and dead Tanukhids. It's just a carpet of bodies, and there's still more troops charging in. Full health units of Sana'i charging in. Deplete one unit of Antisignani holding. The Eastern Armored Legio that were on the flank have charged in. The other units are charging in. They're trying everything to try and stop us here. What they need though is a beautiful angle for the crossbows. If the crossbows are able to get a nice side shot over here and absolutely just cut into the side of this, they could probably kill all these soldiers, but they don't have that angle. And to try and give themselves that angle, they give us an opportunity to then try and push through over there. If we look at this side, what are the elephants doing? Yeah, 350 kills, so they haven't been used again yet. But I think he's getting ready to try and use them here because no throwables. The closest throwables are these Bukalari Guard, and if the player is not paying attention, both of them are in formation, which means they won't be able to throw. In the meantime, yeah, just got some Elite Immortals charging into these Scooter Toy Spears just to try and, you know, just to get some damage done. Come on, elephants, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you. Bukalari Guard are moving. Away? Okay, yeah, no, the elephants are backing off again. They're gonna go for a charge over there. We'll go back to this main fight over here though. Yeah, lots of archer fire coming from the Kurdish archers, and that's because he's got full ammo basically. This one unit here is out of ammo, 140 kills, but these other two units are basically completely full on ammo, so they have a ton of ammo to use. Even this unit over here has a ton of ammo to use. He's barely used any of his ammo on these archers. Balistari is still moving back and forth over there. Yeah, there we go. Kurdish archers are going to try and target them and do some damage. But just look at this mosh put up a fight. What about this side? Let's have a look. How are we doing? Yep, no, they're still holding the line over here. My Kushite socialized on the front line. These are my out of ammo archers. Yeah, out of ammo archers charging in as well. Tanukid ambushes continuing to cycle. Konoti Seniors, depleted units of infantry trying to hold. 2 units of Atari Guard from Eastern Rome getting off their own cycle charges. Not doing too bad on kills either. 150 kills on the one unit. 80 kills on the other unit over there. I am scared we're going to miss these elephants. I am trying to keep an eye on it to make sure we don't. But yeah, we just have to wait and see. I know they're still using all their archer ammo up there. There's a unit of Bukalari Guard Axemen. It is half health. They're in formation. There's 2 more units over here. But this is a good opportunity, and I'm probably going to tell the player to do it pretty soon. No, he's going to move them away. Yeah, he's scared of the throwables. He's playing this very safe. He's going to move the elephants away from that possible threat to them. Over on this side, every time we come here, our frames drop to under 20 because of the pure number of bodies and the amount of units fighting over here. Absolutely crazy. Just a massive grind fest of a fight. My pikes are breaking though, but they've done decent. I mean, 100 kills is whatever. Nothing great, nothing outstanding, but it's better than nothing. Now over here, the infantry has broken. Okay, the spears and the swords are gone. The general is in the front line, the Magister Militum. This is the Western Roman Empire general. He is trying to hold back the flow of troops from me. I am actually very low on infantry though as well, but it's fine. I have sent in my cabs, so these are my armored camel warriors. I think both units, yeah, both units of armored camel warriors in the front line, trying to fight off these Magister Militum. The opponent is using his crossbows here, trying to get some damage in. Not sure if he's using heavy shot. He needs to be because armored camel warriors have a lot of HP. The extra damage, bonus damage against infantry won't help. Actually, it's better if I just use flaming shot. Flaming shot will be the best because there's more camels here than anything else. Tanukid ambush is still charging in and out. 300 kills nearly on them. There we go, he's pulled his general out, the Bukalari Guard Cavalry. Actually no, this wasn't even in combat, yeah. Never mind, the Bukalari Guard wasn't really in combat here. It was mostly the Magister Militum, which was the Western Roman Empire players general. Oh, look at this, there we go. So they had elements charged in. They went from 350 kills to over 550 kills with that. Enemy cab coming in, Bukalari Guard, that's why they turned around, trying to stop these elephants. But the elephants are going to charge back, straight through the Eastern Armored Legio. Cab are going to kind of catch up, but again, the elephants are already basically home free and safe. And they've wrecked the defending Eastern Armored Legio units along the way. If we have a look at them, they are now, they're out with nearly 700 kills, and the elephants are basically at full health. They've only lost 2. Actually, they literally just lost 1, yeah. I think the rest get out safely. So brilliant use of the elephants, causing a ton of damage. And that's probably going to swing the whole battle in our favor, honestly. Now, I did crash at the end of the battle, guys. Like, I crashed out the lobby, but the match ended literally 10 seconds later, and I'm not exaggerating. Everything on the defending side that was left just shattered, okay? Like, the gen died, and then everything shattered. Yeah, there we go, look at this. The Roman Expedition General is here, he dies. The Magister Militum General, which is the Western Roman Empire General here, he's gonna break and die, and yeah, that basically just causes the entire defense to shatter. So you can already tell it's a win for us because 20 seconds left on the clock, we have 3,500 men to the 1,500 defenders, and it's all starting to waver. Look at these troops. They're getting affected by a war cry. There could come some whistling shot as well, some fire ammo, some scare abilities. Helkinani Senor is back here. The archers are all wavering currently. Lots and lots of breaking troops over there. Yeah, look at this front here. Completely dead. Yep, there we go. Western Roman Empire General is dead. And so the match doesn't actually end there, but there's like another 2 minutes or so. But yeah, that's basically where it ended. So that's where I crashed out on the battle. But as you can see, my partner had cavalry in the back lines. He was charging the back of the remaining units that were defending against me. And once he was able to kill that off, he was gonna, he was gonna continue just pushing on, getting around to the other sides and cleaning up. Still, that was a very fun match, guys. I hope you did enjoy. Unfortunately, we cannot check the kills out because my game crashed there at the end. But overall, you saw the kills during the match. My Tanukid ambushes each getting around 400 kills. My infantry getting about 150 kills each. Bows not doing anything. Ambushes, which are the skirmishes, doing great. All my cab not really doing much because I barely used them. And then on the defender side, you saw most of the infantry not doing the greatest. Their axes, though, doing pretty solid. And the crossbows, unfortunately, getting shot out pretty early. Elephants did finish with about 800 kills or so. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And if you did, please do drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And let me know down below in the comment section, if you prefer the commentated replays like I normally do them, with me showing the army comps on screen and showing the rules on screen, or me just telling you, these are the players, these are the armies, etc. But yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys next time. And finally, I would just like to say a massive thank you to all my YouTube members who go above and beyond in supporting the channel and making this all possible. 一起